Welcome along to the deep dive. So today, we're really on a mission, aren't we?
We absolutely are. A focused one.
We've got this stack of A1 English sources, right?
Yeah.
A conversational guide. And the idea is to boil it all down,
Distill it.
make it actionable for you, the listener. It's like a shortcut, really,
Exactly.
to get you feeling confident in those, basic English chats.
Yes. Kip in the textbook grind.
Totally. This is all about getting you equipped with those core phrases, the real understanding you need to just, jump in.
And that's just it, isn't it? That's the goal. Because mastering a language, it feels daunting sometimes.
Oh, definitely. All the grammar rules, vocabulary.
Yeah.
Feels overwhelming.
Right. But real fluency, it doesn't actually start there. It really, really starts with the simple stuff.
Everyday interactions.
Exactly. Those little sparks that build connection. And this guide we're looking at, it's just full of them.
The building block.
Yeah, the building blocks. So it's not just about, memorizing lists of words. It's about understanding how to use them, the little nuances.
And why they work, why they matter.
Precisely. Why they matter in a real conversation. It's about connecting for real, not just communicating superficially.
All right, so let's dive in. Every conversation, every new connection, it has to start somewhere. What's that very first step, the absolute first thing you say?
Well, the universal starting points are definitely hello and hi. Hello is kind of your go-to, works almost anywhere.
Safe bet.
Totally. Hi is a bit more informal, maybe for someone your age, or in a casual setting.
Yeah.
And then you've got the time-based ones, which are great for framing things.
Like good morning.
Exactly. Good morning.
Yeah.
From when you wake up till around noon.
Yeah.
Then good afternoon takes you through the afternoon till maybe early evening. And good evening for, the evening.
Pretty straightforward.
Mostly, yeah. But here's a little nuance, something that often catches A1 learners out.
Oh. What's that?
Good night. It sounds like a greeting, like the others.
Yeah, seems logical.
But actually, it's almost always used as a goodbye.
Ah, right. When you're leaving or going to bed.
Precisely. You wouldn't really walk into a dinner party and say goodnight to everyone. You'd say it when you're heading out the door.
Okay, that's a really useful tip. Avoids an awkward start, or rather, end.
Definitely. It's one of those small things that makes a big difference in sounding natural.
So you've said hello, you've picked the right greeting for the time of day. What's next? Usually asking how someone is, right?
That's the standard follow-up. The core question is, how are you?
Yeah.
It's just, universally understood.
And it's not always a dope question, is it? Sometimes it's just polite.
Exactly that. It's often more of a ritual, like a handshake.
Mm-hmm.
It shows you're engaged, you're being polite, and the standard answers, the ones in our source, are nice and simple. I'm fine, I'm good, or if you're feeling particularly well, I'm great.
Okay.
And the really crucial part, saying thank you or thanks afterwards.
Showing gratitude for them asking.
Yes. It's a key politeness marker in English. Don't forget the thank you.
Yeah.
And then to keep the ball rolling, you usually ask it back.
Right. And you, or how about you?
Exactly. Keeps the conversation flowing smoothly.
So it's this neat little back and forth exchange, very structured almost.
It really is. Let's look at the examples from the guide. You can really hear it.
Okay.
So there's Sarah and Layla. Sarah kicks it off. Hello, Layla. How are you? Layla replies. Hello, Sarah. I'm fine, thank you. And you? See? Polite includes the thank you, asks back.
Got it. And Sarah's response.
Sarah says, I'm great, thank you. Again, that politeness. Then there's Layla and Ahmed. Layla uses the time-specific one. Good morning, Ahmed. How are you today? Ahmed replies, Good morning, Layla. I'm good, thanks. Short, simple, polite.
It seems so basic, but mastering that little exchange feels fundamental.
It absolutely is. It's not just about the words. It sets the tone. Friendly, polite, it shows you know the basic social rules, if you like. It's your entry ticket to the rest of the conversation. Builds that initial comfort. Hashtag tag BB. Introducing yourself and others.
Okay, so we've navigated the greetings, the how are yous, we've broken the ice. Now, this is where it gets a bit more personal, right? Telling someone who you actually are, or maybe introducing a friend.
Exactly. Time to put a name to the face. The most direct way is simply, my name is, and then your name.
Classic.
Or you can just say, I am, followed by your name. Both work perfectly. And often, especially in introductions, age comes up pretty quickly too.
Right. How do you say that?
I am. Dog years old.
Nice and clear. So looking at the examples, Sarah would say, my name is Sarah. Straightforward. Ahmed gives a bit more. My name is Ahmed. I'm 22 years old.
And Layla.
Layla also shares her age. I'm 25 years old.
And asking someone their age, is that phrase consistent?
Very. The source uses "how old are you?"
Hmm.
multiple times, which shows how common it is.
Okay, and the answer structure stays the same.
Yep, I am years old. And you can use it for other people too. The guide gives examples like, he is 30 years old or she is 18 years old. Got it. So that covers introducing yourself. What about introducing someone else? Like if you're with family or pointing someone out in a photo.
That's where "who is this?" comes in.
Yeah.
Super useful question.
Simple enough.
Very. And the answer is just as simple. This is my, and then you state the relationship.
So this is my mother, this is my brother.
Exactly. The source lists the core family members you'd start with. Mother, father, brother, sister, grandfather, grandmother, uncle, aunt.
The essential family vocabulary.
Right. So imagine Sarah showing a photo. Someone asks, "Who is this, Sarah?" She'd plan and say, "This is my mother, and this is my father." Or Ahmed might introduce someone standing next to him. "This is my brother."
Makes sense.
It works for questions about others, too, like, "Who is she?" "She is my sister," or "Who is he?" "He is my uncle." If you're asking about a couple, maybe parents,
How would that work?
you'd ask, "Are they your parents?" And the answer is a simple, "Yes, they are," or "No, they aren't."
These seem really vital. They let you quickly map out the social situation.
Absolutely. You share basic info about yourself, and you learn about the people around the person you're talking to. It moves beyond just names into, relationships, real connections, building that shared understanding. Hashtag, tag, C. Where you're from and nationality.
Okay, that leads really smoothly into the next bit. You know who someone is, maybe who their family is. The next natural curiosity is often about background, right? Roots. So how does that work in English? Asking where someone's from, their nationality.
Yeah, this is a really common and important part of getting to know someone. It touches on identity, culture. To ask about their home country, the standard question is, "Where are you from?"
Simple. And the answer?
Just as simple, "I'm from." And then you say the country. "I am from Egypt." "I am from Canada." And closely linked to that is nationality.
Right, the citizenship or cultural identity part.
Exactly. For that, you ask, "What is your nationality?"
Mm-hmm.
And the answer follows the pattern, "I am," and then the nationality. "I am Egyptian." "I am Canadian."
So the two questions work together perfectly.
They really do. The guide gives us Sarah again, "I am from Egypt." And then, "I am Egyptian."
Right.
Amaged, "I am from Jordan," and "I am Jordanian." See the connection.
Yeah, it's clear. Country and the related nationality word.
And the source provides a helpful list of other common ones you might hear.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Syria, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, the nationality is Saudi. The USA, American. British, French, Chinese, German, Lebanese, Kuwait, Kuwaiti.
That's useful. It gives you a range.
It does. And you start to notice patterns like lots ending in "aden" or "ish" or "is." Not a hard rule, but a hint.
Good point. So you've exchanged names, maybe age, where you're from. Is there a polite way to kind of wrap up that initial introduction phase?
Yes, definitely. A really common and polite phrase is, "Nice to meet you."
Ah, yes. Heard that a lot.
And the standard reply, the polite echo, is, "Nice to meet you too." It just signals the end of that very first exchange, acknowledges the new connection.
It really feels like these questions about origin and nationality are more than just facts. They open doors, don't they?
Absolutely. They're essential for that cultural exchange. You learn about someone's background, their context. It fosters understanding beyond just the words. You start to see the world from their perspective a little bit.
Yeah, it moves from language practice to actual human understanding. Okay, this feels like a natural progression. We've done the intros, the backgrounds. Now we get into the real substance of who someone is, what they do, their job, their habits, what fills their day, even what they do for fun. How do we start asking about all that?
This is where the conversation really deepens, I think. You start building a richer picture. We often start with professions. The common questions are, "What do you do?" Or maybe more directly, "What is your job?"
Okay. And the answer format.
Usually, "I am a," or "I am an," followed by the job title. And just a quick reminder on that "a" versus "an" rule for learners.
Right. A before consonant sounds and before vowel sounds.
Exactly. So, "I am a teacher, but I am an engineer." Small detail, big impact on sounding natural. The guide lists common ones like student, teacher, doctor, engineer, pilot, nurse.
So useful everyday jobs.
Yep. Ahmed might say, "I am a teacher." Sarah, "I am a student." Simple start.
That covers the main job. But what about, like, right now? What someone's doing in this very moment?
For actions happening now as we speak, we need a different tense.
The present continuous.
That's the one. The
Got it.
question is, what are you doing now? Or just, what are you doing? And the structure is, "I am," plus the verb ending in "ing," or
Yeah.
"he is," "she is," "they are," plus verbing.
Examples.
I am studying English.
Oh, yeah.
Or I am listening to music. The guide also gives he is reading a book, she is cooking dinner. Or you might ask someone, are you watching TV? It brings the conversation right into the present moment.
Got it. So that's for now. What about regular stuff? Habits, routines, things people do day after day?
For that, we switch back to the present simple tense. The question becomes, what do you usually do? Or maybe, what is your daily routine?
Okay. And how does that tense work again?
It's usually just the base verb, like I wake up, I watch TV. But remember the small change for he, she, it.
Add an S or S?
Exactly. So I usually wake up at 7 a.m., but he usually goes to work by car. Or she usually cooks dinner. You could ask, do you usually drink coffee in the morning?
These seem super useful for understanding someone's lifestyle.
Incredibly, they paint that picture of a typical day.
And the guide actually breaks this down even further, doesn't it? By time of day, location.
It does, which is fantastic for getting really specific and relatable.
Okay, let's walk through those. Morning first.
Right. You'd ask, well, what do you do in the morning?
Mm.
Common answers are things like have breakfast, go to work, drink coffee, read the news, take a shower, maybe go for a walk, or exercise. Typical morning rituals.
Makes sense. And evenings.
Question shifts to what do you do in the evening? And the activities change too. Watch TV, cook dinner, read a book, listen to music, play video games, maybe call family or go out. The winding down part of the day.
And weekends. The fun time.
Exactly. What do you do on the weekend? Answers might be visit family, play football, go shopping, meet friends, go to the beach, read books, or even travel. Leisure time stuff.
Okay, so that's time covered. What about place? Like home versus outside.
Yeah, the guide covers that too. Great for context. What do you do at home? Brings out answers like read books, watch movies, play video games, listen to music, cook, clean the room, study. Your personal space activities.
And outside.
What do you do outside leads to? Play football, go for a walk, go to the park, meet friends, ride a bike, go running, sit outside, engaging with the world.
What about specific places like work or school?
Yep, what do you do at schoolwork? You'll hear things like study, do homework, teach, prepare lessons, attend meetings, write reports, have classes, professional or academic life.
And holidays. Special occasions.
Good one. What do you do on holidays? Those
Sure.
buffers. Travel, visit new places, relax at home, spend time with family, go camping, read many books, maybe even work for some people.
Wow, okay. That is incredibly thorough. It feels like with just these questions, you could build a really detailed understanding of someone's entire rhythm of life.
That's exactly it. You move beyond just facts to understanding their routine, their responsibilities, their leisure. It's how you build that deeper, more meaningful connection. You're sharing slices of life, hashtag tag B, exploring preferences and favorites.
Which leads us perfectly to the next level. Knowing what someone does is great, but knowing what they love, what they prefer, what really excites them, that's where the real connection happens, isn't it?
Absolutely. This is where conversations often spark, where you find that common ground instantly. It's about personal taste. A great starting point is often hobbies again.
Right, we touched on that. How do we ask?
You can ask, what are your hobbies?
Mm.
Or more generally, what you like to do. Or specifically, what do you like to do in your free time? Answers usually start with, I like to, or my hobby is.
Hmm.
And the guide gives loads of examples. Reading books, playing football, singing, watching movies, drawing, playing video games, painting, listening to music, collecting stamps, gardening.
A good mix of common interests.
Definitely. Increases the chance of finding something you both enjoy talking about.
Okay, beyond general hobbies, there's that whole what's your favorite structure. It seems incredibly common in basic English chats.
Oh, it's a cornerstone. It's like a conversational toolkit for finding quick connections. Super easy to use.
How does it work?
The pattern is beautifully simple. What is your favorite? You just slot in a category, and the answer is almost always my favorite is.
Okay, let's run through some key categories from the guide. Maybe not every single example, but the main ones.
Good idea. Understanding the pattern is key. Let's start with color. Question. What is your favorite color? Answer. My favorite color is blue, green, red, whatever it might be.
Simple enough. Food. Always a popular topic.
Definitely. Food. What is your favorite food? Answer. My favorite food is pizza, rice, chicken, pasta.
Endless possibilities.
And the guide mentioned local food, too. Yes, local food, a great way to show cultural interest. What's a famous local food? Maybe kosheri in Cairo, mansaf in Amman. Or connecting foods to places like pizza from Italy, sushi from Japan.
Nice. Drinks.
Drink. What is your favorite drink? Answer. My favorite drink is water, coffee, tea, juice. And related to that, asking about preference. Do you like hot drinks? Or do you like cold drinks? Leading to things like hot chocolate or iced tea.
Okay. Moving to activities. Sports.
Sport. What is
Ah,
your favorite sport?
you know.
Answer. My favorite sport is swimming, football, basketball, tennis, running.
Music. Always a
Good.
connector.
Huge one.
Yeah.
Music. What is your favorite music? Answer. My favorite music is pop, classical, rock, hip-hop.
Yeah.
Talking about artists, bands, genres really opens things up.
Movies and books.
Yep. Movie. What is your favorite movie? Could be a specific title like The Lion King or a genre like comedy or action. And book. What is your favorite book? Again, a title like Harry Potter or like novel fantasy biography.
So it's covering entertainment, tastes. What about places?
Good question. Place. What is your favorite place? Answer. My favorite place is the beach, the mountains, a park, a cafe. Places often hold meaning. And expanding that, tourist place. What is your favorite tourist place? Thinking pyramids, Petra, Eiffel Tower. The landmarks often spark travel talk.
Animals. Fruits. Vegetables. Getting really specific.
Ah, yes. It covered a lot. Animal. What is your favorite animal? Dog, cat, bird, fruit. What is your favorite fruit? Apple, banana, strawberry. Vegetable. What is your favorite vegetable?
Yeah.
Carrot, tomato, potato. Good for health chat, maybe?
It's like building a personality profile through favorites. What about time-related preferences? Seasons, days.
Absolutely. These tie into lifestyle.
Yeah.
Season, what is your favorite season? Spring, summer, autumn, or fall, winter. And crucially, the guide links this to seasonal activities.
Oh, nice. So asking what people do in their favorite season.
Exactly. Like in summer, go to the beach, swim, travel. In winter, stay home, drink hot chocolate, watch movies. Spring, go to the park, enjoy flowers. Autumn, walks, colorful leaves, hot tea. It makes the favorite more tangible.
Clever. What about favorite day or time of day?
Day. What is your favorite day? Usually Friday, Saturday, or Sunday the weekend. Time of day. What is your favorite time of day? Morning, afternoon, evening, night. Maybe someone loves reading in the morning or walking in the evening.
This is incredibly comprehensive. Any other favorites we should know about?
Just a few more specific ones the guide mentions related to style or specific media. Clothes color. What is your favorite clothes color? Black and white are given as classic examples. Song. What is your favorite song? Mentioning specific titles like Imagine or Bohemian Rhapsody. Music connects. TV show. What is your favorite TV show? Funny ones like Friends or The Office are listed, or maybe documentaries, cartoons. And holiday. What is your favorite holiday? Eid, Christmas, New Year's, birthdays. Special times often have stories.
Wow. And there was one more structure you mentioned for choosing between things.
Ah, yes. The do you prefer question. Super useful. Structure is do you prefer or. Like, do you prefer coffee or tea? Summer or winter? And the answer is usually I prefer or I like more. Quick way to gauge specific tastes.
It's just incredible how much personal insight you can gain from these seemingly simple favorite or preference questions.
Totally. It's not just grammar practice. It's
Yeah.
genuinely getting to know someone's tastes, their joys, their personality. It's building that real human connection, finding those little things you have in common.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. We've covered personal stuff, preferences. Now let's get practical. Time, dates, weather. The absolute essentials for just functioning day to day, right?
Absolutely. These are the anchors in reality, the
Yeah.
things we need to coordinate and understand the world around us. We can quickly revisit age, actually, still. How old are you? And I am years old. Useful reference point, like mentioning my brother is 15 or her sister is 20.
Got it. Now, telling time. Crucial.
Definitely. The question is, what time is it? For exact hours, it is o'clock. So it is 3 o'clock.
But what about the minutes? English has some tricky phrases there.
It does. Things like 10:30 for 10.30,
Okay.
5:15 for 5.5,
Yeah.
and 20 to 7 for 6:40. That too means before the next hour.
Ah, right. Those take practice but are super common.
Very worth learning them. Then there's the day. Ask what day is it today? Answer, it is. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You might also hear tomorrow is Tuesday, yesterday was Sunday. Keeps you oriented in the week.
And the full date. That ordinal number thing can be tricky.
It can. The question is, what is the date today?
Hmm.
The source gives the current date as an example.
Yeah.
It is July 7th, 2025.
Ah.
Two main ways to say it. It is the 7th of July, or it is July 7th, followed by the year.
And the key is using first, second, third, seventh, not 1, 2, 3, 7.
Exactly. Ordinal numbers. January 1st, May 10th, August 25th. It becomes automatic with practice.
Okay. Last one in this batch. Weather, the ultimate small talk topic.
Huh. It really is. Ask, how is the weather? Or what's the weather like? Answers are descriptive words. Sunny, rainy, cold, hot, warm, windy, cloudy.
And you can ask about specific places, too.
Yep. How's the weather in your city? Like, it is hot and sunny in Cairo, or it is warm and clear in Amman.
Hmm.
Or general observations. The weather in London is often rainy, or it is usually mild. Great for starting a chat anywhere.
These are so practical. They just ground the conversation in the here and now, making plans possible. Essential tools, hashtag B, getting around and asking for information. Right, let's get even more practical. Moving around, figuring things out in the environment. This is where it gets really interesting for independence. How do we ask where we are, identify stuff, ask prices?
This is the real-world toolkit, turning observation into interaction. First, current location. Ask, where are you? Answer, I am in, where I am, followed by the place.
What's the difference between in and at there?
Good question. Generally, in-ears for larger areas or enclosed spaces, like in the city, in the car. It is often for specific points or buildings. At home, at school, at the park, at the bus stop. Helps you sound more precise.
Okay, that's helpful. Now, what if you need to find a specific place or get directions?
That's directions. Two main parts here. First, asking where something is. Where's the bank? Answers describe its position. It is next to the supermarket. It is near the park. It is far from here. It is behind the church. It is in front of the cinema. Helps you build a mental map.
And the second part, actually getting there.
Asking how to get there. How do I get to the... Instructions involve actions. Go straight, turn left, turn right.
Yeah.
Landmarks. At the traffic lights, at the corner, go past the supermarket area. You might also hear on your left, right, or walk for 5 minutes. Absolutely vital for navigating.
Totally empowering. Okay, directions covered. What about just identifying things, pointing and asking?
Object identification. For something close and singular, what is this? Plural, what are these? Answers. It is a VN, or they are. So it is a book. They are pens. And for things farther away, use that, singular, and those, plural. What is that? Is the chair. What are those? They are tables.
Simple but effective. Now, money, shopping, how much?
Crucial one, price. Ask, how much is it for one item, or how much are they? For multiple items, answers, it is dollars, or pounds, euros, etc., or they are dollars. Examples, it is $10, maybe for the book. They are $5 for the pens. Or asking about specific things. How much is the coffee? It is $3. How much are the shoes? They are $50. You might also hear if it's expensive or cheap. Adds context.
Good to know. What about figuring out who owns something if you find a lost item, maybe?
Ownership. Ask, whose is this? Singular, or whose are these? Plural. Answers use possessive pronouns. It is mine, yours, his, hers, ours, theirs. Or, very commonly, using the person's name with M's. It is Layla's book. They are Ahmed's pens. Other examples. Whose car is that? It is his car. Whose keys are these? They are my keys. Or confirming, is this your phone? Yes, it is mine. Clears up belonging quickly.
Makes sense. And what about transport or shopping habits? More practical daily life stuff.
Definitely. Transportation. Ask, what is your favorite transportation? Answers like car, train, bus, bicycle, plane. Or talking about habits. I go to work by bus. She travels by plane. Do you like to ride a bicycle? Reveals commute styles. And shopping. Where do you like to shop? Answers. I like to shop at the mall. I like to shop online, maybe at the supermarket or in a boutique. Can lead to talking about where you buy clothes, electronics, or preferences. Do you prefer big stores or small shops?
It's true. These are the phrases that really let you do things in English, interact with the world practically. Huge step. #C. Expressing needs and capabilities. Okay, let's move slightly inward again. How do we talk about how we're feeling emotionally, or what we can or can't do? And maybe most importantly, how to ask for help. These feel essential for authentic communication.
Absolutely essential. This is about expressing your internal state and navigating the situations where you need support. First, feelings. Ask, how do you feel? Answers describe emotions. Happy, sad, tired, excited, angry, bored. The source rightly knows how important talking about feelings is. It's human.
So you might say,
I feel happy today, or I feel a little tired. You might observe he feels sad or she feels excited.
Yeah.
Or even ask directly, do you feel angry? Opens up emotional connection.
inabilities, what you can do.
Abilities. Ask, can you? Followed by the action. Can you swim? Can you speak English?
A very relevant one for our listeners.
Indeed. Other examples. Can he play the guitar? Can she drive a car? The answers are simple. Yes, I can, or no, I can't. Short for cannot. Someone might also state an ability. I can read Arabic. And the source includes the useful phrase, a little, for partial ability. I can speak a little English. Very common and realistic for learners.
And that encouraging note, practice makes perfect.
Always true. And finally, asking for help. So important. You can say, can you help me?
Or maybe a bit more polite.
Yes. Could you please help me? Is often preferred, a bit softer. Answers might be, yes, I can, or more proactively, how can I help you?
Mm.
Think about needing help with homework. Can you help me with this exercise? Or understanding something? Can you explain this word? Or even just hearing again? Could you please repeat that?
Knowing how to ask for help is incredibly empowering, isn't it? Takes the pressure off having to know everything immediately.
Exactly. It turns needing assistance from a point of frustration into a communicative act. It allows you to stay engaged even when you're unsure. Really crucial skills. #D, identity and language.
Okay, let's bring it home. To really complete that initial picture of someone, we need to touch on things like where they live more specifically, their family structure, and the languages they speak. How do we cover those?
These really round out the personal profile, connecting back to identity and daily life. First, where you live. The question is, where do you live? Answer, I live in, followed by the city or country. I live in Amman. I live in London. I live in Japan. It can also lead to describing your home. Do you live in a big house? No, I live in a small apartment. Gives a sense of their environment.
And family, specifically siblings.
Family members. Ask, how many siblings do you have? Or simply, do you have any brothers or sisters? Answers, I have. Do you one brother and two sisters? Or, I don't have any. If someone has no siblings, the term is only child. I'm an only child. You might hear, he has three sisters, she has one brother, or it might extend to kids. Do you have any children? Yes, I have two sons and one daughter.
Yeah.
And the source adds that nice touch. Family is important no matter the size. A shared value.
Lovely. And finally, languages. Very relevant again.
Absolutely. Languages. Ask, what languages do you speak? Answer, I speak.
Yeah.
Followed by the language. I speak Arabic and a little English. Or, I speak Arabic and I am learning English. It's often a point of connection, sharing that learning journey. As the source says, learning new languages is wonderful, and responding with, that's great, is encouraging.
These questions really feel fundamental, don't they? They complete that initial sketch home, family, language, paints a much richer picture.
Definitely. It shows how you can go from zero knowledge to having a real sense of someone's personal world using just these foundational A1 phrases. It's a journey from greeting to genuine understanding. #tag outro.
Wow. We have covered an incredible amount of ground today. We really took that A1 conversational guide and put it through the deep dive process.
We certainly did.
And hopefully, for you listening, this feels like that shortcut we promised. You're now equipped with the core phrases for, well, everything from saying hello,
To introducing yourself, talking about your day, your job,
sharing what you love, your favorite things,
asking for directions, prices, help.
right through to talking about your home, your family, the languages you speak. It's all there.
It really covers the essentials for those initial interactions.
And those aha moments we found, like the nuance of good night or the power of the favorite questions, it shows how even simple language creates profound connections.
That's the key takeaway, I think. These aren't just simple phrases. They might seem basic, but they are fundamentally the keys.
Keys to what?
Keys to unlocking deeper understanding. Not just understanding the language, but understanding culture, understanding people. Each question is a little window.
That leads naturally into our final thought for the listener.
Right. So here's something to mull over as you go out and practice these phrases. Consider this. How are these seemingly simple A1 phrases actually the foundation for understanding any culture, not just English? What hidden insights about values or dreams or just daily reality can you uncover by asking these basic questions? Where are you from? What do you do? What's your favorite in a new context? And then really truly listening to the answers.
That's a great point. It's not just about speaking. It's about listening and understanding the world behind the words.
Exactly. It transforms language practice into genuine exploration and empathy.
A powerful thought indeed. So keep practicing, keep exploring those connections, and remember, every conversation is a chance for a new deep dive. Thanks for joining us today on The Deep Dive.